Good morning.
But let me just say this, that the place Tekken 7 is right now, I don't think it's in a good place. And a lot of stuff has to do with the events what have happened with the first DLC and such. I mean, if you are following me on Twitter or on Facebook, but mostly on Twitter, you could have seen how kind of vocal I was about what I didn't like about this game, and I mean things that were already planned, like the DLC and the costumes. I don't like the business practices that they do. I'm just gonna say this: before the launch, I was very excited. Before the launch, I pretty much played the game
To the King of Iron Fist Tournament 7.
because I played the game just on gameplay wise, and gameplay wise it's fantastic, right? So and I mean, it had a very good track record, right? It's like, yo, if the gameplay of this game is good, I can imagine how everything else is going to be, and based on what they have said, like they've said so much stuff, it's pretty much like kind of a betrayal. I don't know how to put it, but and right now I don't even know, or I don't want to think of like, oh yeah, there is still hope and they're gonna expand the story or whatnot, because right now the question for me is like, what is their overall game plan? What do they want to achieve with this game? Because as far as I can see right now, it's all based on esports and events, and I don't know, man. It's just, I do get the feeling that they are way too much focused on esports. Like just they focused purely on the gameplay. I mean, this pretty much everything what I'm seeing right now is a product of the arcade. There isn't really something besides the Mishima saga story and all of the shitty, horrible, atrocious endings that are constant. It's and I think it would be a huge shame, because the gameplay is so good, and you just want to see something more with that, not just gameplay. You want to see the content, something with it.
Round 3. Fight.
It's like, imagine it's like making a very beautiful cake. It's very delicious, and instead of serving it to your people, you just throw everything in the garbage. It's just it's so I'm really curious to kind of see what they will do within 1 year of time. Like the time limit I'm giving them is basically up until the season pass ends. I'm really curious what the hell they are gonna do with that, because as far as the season pass, when I find out, like it was in June, because everything is already in the PC's files. It's already there. Like, there is this folder of DLC 1, 2, 3, and what the contents are going to be. I'm like, are you really serious? Are you going to put the arcade clothes and the bikinis and the fundushis, like pretty much the arcade stuff that isn't in the game, and you're gonna put that as paid DLC? It's just ridiculous. And Tekken Ball, I don't even want to talk about that. But as soon as that mode was confirmed, I was like, yeah, it's gonna go all downhill from now on. Because the way I see it with the season pass, it's like the first DLC, it's a straight rip-off for sure. It's 100% rip-off. I don't see any effort in that, any. And Tekken Ball isn't any effort at all. It's like that shit should have been free. If you're making a Tekken Ball, make that shit free, not part of a
Welcome
fucking
to the
season
King of
pass,
Iron Fist
you know?
Tournament 7.
I'm just actually getting a little bit agitated talking about it. But I'm just gonna play Katarina again. She was very nice.
Katarina Alves.
I mean, it's and you know how I see it? It's like basically for the season pass, you are just paying for the 2 characters. It's like, oh, we have the license for the 2 characters, and basically you're just paying for that because the other stuff from DLC 1 is just a straight out ripoff. Like seriously. And you can see it for yourself. I don't have anything about Geese Howard. I think he's a really cool character. But doesn't it amaze you that like they put Akuma in this game, and Akuma is really faithful to how he is, how he plays, how he looks, just like in Street Fighter. They put really much effort into Akuma. The same thing with Geese. They put really a lot of effort in Geese Howard. They put a lot of effort in those guest characters. I'm like, how do those characters have more priority than your own characters, you know? Because you just showed with the character episodes that you don't give a shit about any of the characters you have in the game besides the gameplay. Because the gameplay, that's of course important for events and tournaments and pretty much everything else. Yeah, Tekken 5 DR is such a great game. I mean, why do you think I have the soundtrack of that game? The thing with Geese Howard, for example, is not just specific Geese Howard, but like for me, everything just leads up to esports. Like Tekken 7 is the gameplay is solid, everything is fine, and it's just perfect for tournaments and events. It's basically shitting all over the casuals. But I really hope that when they were at EVO, I was really hoping like, you know, I was like, you would do a good thing if you would just reveal a classic character. Because that would be a good start. But for them to reveal the first guest character at EVO, it was all just like in my opinion, it was all like kind of a, how should I say it, an esport propaganda thing. Like showing how awesome Tekken 7 is. Oh look, Geese is coming to Tekken 7, but guess what? You have to wait like a half year for that, you know? Because when they showed the trailer, he already looked like, you know, he looked 90% finished to me. He already looked finished to me, and I was like, so okay, wait, you're already showing Geese. He's like nearly done. What are you going to do within the half of the year? What are you going to work on? You know, it doesn't make sense to me. Like, what are they right now? What are they doing? It's like they are updating, like they are so-called working on the game, updating it, making it better, but each time when they release a patch or an update, it looks shittier and shittier. Like, I know this month they're gonna release some character panel artworks, but it's nice, but it's like, yo, can you just focus on making, can you just focus on just, you know, fixing this shit a bit better? And I mean, my biggest issue with Tekken 7 is not even the online. It's just the overall. It's just the overall. Like, what is the thing you want to do with this game right now? What is your main focus and attention on? Like, for example, everybody has played a story mode, right? And everybody has seen the ending with Jin, the cliffhanger with Jin. And I'm gonna be honest. When I saw that for the very first time, I was like, yo, this is pretty much confirming a story expansion of some sort of. It's confirming that first of all, the Mishima saga isn't over. It's not far from over, and it's probably going to be a story expansion. Because I don't think something like this should fit for Tekken 8, because God knows when Tekken 8 will come. But then after all of this, I'm like, are they even really thinking of making a story expansion? Is that really on their minds? Because I do think esports and events and everything and just hype this game. Oh, look how cool this game looks. I think that is too much on their mind, you know? Look, besides gameplay, because gameplay is fun, it's fantastic, you know? I have nothing to say about the gameplay. I don't even want to talk about online. Like, there needs to be a lot of fixing for online. But just leaving that, like the core things of a Tekken game, that's truly missing, man. And right now, I have no idea what they really want to do with this game, what their end goal, what their plan is with this game. Because you have to understand that every single canon Tekken game has had its cycles. You know, first it always comes out on the arcade version. It comes out on the arcade. If it makes a lot of revenue, it gets an update, like we have seen with Fatal Retribution. If it's successful, you know, it gets the upgrade, the expansion. Then everything that's been done to the arcade version, it's always getting to consoles with a lot more stuff. Because from the revenue that they earn, from the arcade version, they always add some extra stuff for the console version. That's always been like that for every Tekken game. And this time it's like, okay, you've had a lot of success with the arcade version. It's the best, most successful Tekken in its entire arcade cycle of its entire history. So it's like, yo, you are very successful in the arcade. You're making a buttloads of money. So naturally you're like, okay, if this game is gonna come out on consoles, it's gonna be very great. It's probably gonna be packed with a lot of shit, with a lot of good shit, I hope, you know. But it just wasn't there. Like seriously. What is there? What is in this game that isn't on the arcade version? And to that, I only have to say, it's the story mode. It's the Mishima saga story mode, and that's it. Like the shitty character episodes are like just like, dude, it would have been better if you just would have not put that into the game at all, you know?
KO. Round 3. Fight.
And everything is just a lot of contradictions, whether it's from Harada or what they've said, or what they've always stand for. But it's mostly what Harada has said, because within the past 2 years, I've been tracking of everything. Like I know what has been said, what they stand for with this game, what they want to achieve. And right now, when the game is out, it isn't like that. So it's kind of a lie. It's kind of a big lie, if I have to say.
Final round. Fight.
But yeah, I do still believe that, I hope that good things can come for this game, but it just needs to be on its right course. It needs to be on a right course. Right now it isn't like that, you know.
KO. You lose.
Alright, man. Good game. Good game. Holy crap, we played a lot, man.